Good ankle. Okay, great. So we are going to work on single leg exercises, Negong, and these Negong exercises we're going to obviously warm up, and I'll adjust the camera multiple times so that you can see my feet if you're not getting the full view. But essentially, we'll spend some significant time on a single leg today. So imaginary strength lift you from the top of the head.
And Jen, I've got about a half hour now, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Imaginary strength lift through the top of the head. Relaxation cascading down the spine, mouth closed, tongue to the ceiling of the mouth. Half hour is actually great for this type of training. Mouth closed, tongue to the ceiling of the mouth. Inhale into the belly, seeing the breath as a color in the lower dantian, just 2 inches below the belly button. Exhale, wash the color down the arms to the palms and fingertips. Inhale, gather the color. Exhale, wash it down, soften the hands, inhaling up. Exhale, wash out. Inhale, draw in. Interlace the fingers, exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching out of the hips onto the toes. Exhaling down. Breathing formula 2, inhaling up. Inhale even deeper. Interlace the fingers, exhaling down. Inhaling up. Stretching out of the hips onto the toes, exhaling down. Breathing formula 3. Inhaling up. Exhale, wash out. Soften your weight onto the heels. Inhale, stage 1. Even deeper, stage 2. Shift to the balls of the feet. Pushing on the balls of the feet onto the big toe. Inhaling deeper, 3. Exhale, wash the color down the arms, down the legs. 4 stage. 1. Even deeper, 2. Even deeper, 3. Even deeper, 4. Stretching out of the hips onto the toes. Exhale, washing. And now we want to be really settled into the lower dantian, the full breathing around the waist. So we're going to inhale, use the belly, stage 1. Inhale even deeper, stage 2 with the obliques. Even deeper, stage 3, the lower back. And then the entire belt, all expanding at once. Entire waist. Exhale, wash the color. Widen the stance. Hollow fists rest around the hips. Exhaling down. Weight on the heels. Inhale, breath pulls you up. Eyes in the belly button. Exhaling down. Even deeper. Breath feels like a rope. And this is definitely where you're maintaining the suspension bridge function of the lower back. So pelvis rotates on the femur. Back is flat like a table when you go down, and then reverse it other direction. Out of the belly button, leaning back. 2 more. One more. Drop the hands. Inhale, breath lifts the wrist. Exhale, wash out. Inhale deep. And now we're going to shift and go right to our first leg. So I'm going to shift going to my right leg right now. And notice that I'm shifting onto the heel and softening the hip into the groin. So I'm melting. So there's space that's happening here. This hip is melting into this groin. I shift the weight, picking up the back leg, and I inhale the back leg and the hand. So allow my left hand, left foot going up, and I stay seated. And thigh is parallel to the ground, but it's fine if it's lower too to start. And notice that my back, shoulders disappear into the upper back. The foot is out, not pointed down, just gently lifting up a bit, as if the toes are energized. And from the front here, my hands and my heel are all on my center line. My center line being painted from my heart and my nose. And it's as if my center line protruding, and I just place my hands on it. And let's shift to the other side. We're going to recycle this multiple times.
I stayed up that whole time.
I mean, that's because you've gotten super strong. And let's shift to the heel, and heel softening the groin so that the hip falls into it. So just feel that mechanic that's happening in the hip joint when you do this. That softening right there is helping you clamp into the ground. It's like digging roots into the ground. And with the breath work and visualization, it's as if everything's going down, down, down into a nail that's through the heel into the ground. So connecting your energy into the ground. So you make that connection, clamping in, and then inhale. Once you feel it, inhaling up, lifting the back foot and leg, back foot and arm. So my right hand and right foot went up, my left hand's out. And we're just breathing here. We're focusing the breath though. Inhaling into the lower dantian through the fingertips and toes, and exhaling, spreading it back out to the whole body. And if you notice that while I was talking, my attention shifted away from my leg and my legs started falling down. So it's okay if that happens, you could just lift it right back up. And in a moment I'll come over and expand your window so I can see more of the technique. And exhaling, shift. So that's called golden rooster. So we're shifting again into the heel, and you can just step right to your side and shift from one foot to the other onto the heel, and then soften the hip into the groin. So you can start to feel the muscles wrapping differently around the leg, and feel that spiral, that wrapping go all the way down into the ground. And it's super important to note that we keep on using one sensation to catalyze another self-generated experience. So we're self-generating that visualization going into the ground. We're using some of the muscles to help us inspire and reinforce that sense. And I'm just going to expand the camera so I can see you. All right, great. Let's go for it again. Nailing up. I'm turning to the side just so you can see. Great. And one hand is covering the forehead, and that arm that's up, it's the same arm that's covering exactly. Same arm that's the corresponding leg. And let's just shift down. So we'll hold this for 6 breaths. Exhaling into the hip. Hip into the groin, down to the heel. And then once you feel the connection, inhaling up. That imaginary string with you from the top of the head is engaged here, so that's part of what's helping you feel stable. And your knee is bent as if you're sitting on it, so the standing leg is slightly bent. And then, great, and then soften and lower the leg and shift the weight. So, really important thing here is that every time you do it, you're really training the stabilization muscles to, if you do it only for a few seconds, it doesn't matter how long you hold it for, but even for a few seconds helps you get into the mode of being able to do it for a second longer next time. So, inhaling up. Beautiful. Three more breaths. One more breath. And on the exhalation, lower the hand and the foot And do your best to lower it while maintaining the weight on the standing leg. So you lower it and gently touch the heel to the ground and then shift the weight. This is called walking like a lion. You're testing the ground. Testing the ground. Shift the weight, heel, ball foot. You test the ground before you put the weight into it. Inhaling up. One more breath. And exhale, lower the hand and foot down. Just lower it straight down. Yep, straight down. Yeah, exactly. And then shift the weight to the other side. Softening. Hip into the groin. And inhaling up. Got it. Soften the hip. Inhale, come up. Just 3 breaths. One palm, the low palm down, the other palm out. Beautiful. One more breath. Exhale, drop down. And one more time on the other side. Shifting the weight. Inhaling up. Exhale, drop down slowly. And let's just take a break with a few uplifting heavens, just to give ourselves a little bit of a rest and feel how's that feel?
Cool.
That's great, man. Inhaling up. It's such a calm exercise that builds so much strength, has amazing martial applications, and just daily living, amazing daily living.
Totally.
So now we're going to go for, this is very similar to the dancing Shiva statue posture that you may have seen. Also Kali, goddess of destruction, also has this. And what you have, first and foremost, is what's called a single whip posture. So your arms, I'll bend over a bit, are kind of like a crescent. And one arm is going to have your crane fist, and the other hand is going to be just a palm, and the eye will be on the middle finger of the palm. Your toe, your big toe of the lifted leg is going to point to the middle finger of the palm hand. So I'm going to shift my weight similarly that we did before. So I'm going to my right leg, and I'm going to reach across my left hand. So I'm shifting my weight to my right leg, reaching across my left hand. Let me actually expand my window so you can see better. Reaching across. And I'm going to inhale, pressing my big toe into the ground of my supporting leg. Inhale, and I'm lifting up and kicking across. Slide over just a little bit. Yeah. My eye is going to be onto the middle finger toward the palm. This big toe is pointing toward, turning in and pointing toward this middle finger as much as possible. And whether you keep the leg down here or you lift it up and really work the top of the leg here, it's fine. And when you're ready, you exhale, drop the leg down. Then I shift my weight onto it and reach with the other hand across.
I think I've done this wrong.
It's okay. We'll go for.
What is up? Pointing at the right hand?
If I'm shifting onto my left leg, I'm going to reach across my body just to
I'm
get.
on my right leg. I'm on my right leg.
Hold on.
Standing at my right.
Hold on. Oh, this is great. It's fantastic. So a few notes here. This is great. So the wrists of both hands, your wrist in particular, will be as high as your shoulder. The wrists of both hands. The elbows will be as if gravity is pulling them down. So that'll help you to maintain softness in the shoulders by keeping the elbows down. So elbows are as if gravity's pulling them down. The wrists are as high as your shoulders themselves. And then once the wrists are high as the shoulders, you'll notice that one hand down, one hand up, so your middle finger goes a little higher than your shoulder. So with that in mind, grabbing, pulling across, and this pull, from a martial standpoint, let's say someone kicks and you grab their kick, boom, and you're literally like sweeping someone off their stance. So you're gently grabbing, inhale, kick, up, 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 up. And I hear and across. Beautiful. Grabbing across, and then whatever hand grabbed across, you're gonna feel the torque. If the one hand pulls back, that corresponding leg goes up. Similar to a kick. A lot of times people kick and they drop the leg they drop the hand of the kicking leg to counterbalance. That's pretty common. So inhaling up from the side, looks like this. All
I think I got it.
Nice. And engage that pinky finger on your crane fist hand more. There you go. And the breathing is in through the toe into the belly and out through the palm. In through the toe, into the belly, out through the palm. And you can actually think of it as in through the toe and in through the crane fist hand. So it goes in through the activating or yang part of the body and out through the yin. And then we can just drop it after, say, 6 breaths. One hand shifting from one side to the other. My crane fist just softens. My other hand reaches out to grab. Gentle grab and exhale. Kick across and pull and kick. So inhaling up from the toe into the belly, through the fingers into the belly, and then exhaling from the belly through the palm. And shift weight. Notice that you can step anywhere you'd like, which works with your space. I just step behind myself, behind my supporting leg, because I need to make some space here, and then pick up and change sides. And I'm going to expand your window so I can see a bit more. Beautiful. Good stuff. And if you could do the next one from the side so I can just check your back posture. Beautiful. Reaching. Okay, soften the elbows more. There you go. And let's change your eye line. And in fact, let's make the experience, and there are multiple ways to do this. You can be forward and kicking across with your heart forward. But for this one, let's shift the because we want to, personal geometry to me is always super helpful. Again, when I say personal geometry, I mean my angle in relation to a space. So if this is forward and I reach across, my heart's on the 45. I exhale, my heart's turning back, but my head's going to stay on that 45 and my palm's going to push to the 45. So now my heart's forward, but my nose and eye are 45, palm 45. So I'm like, inhale, and I kick on the 45. So now my foot and my hand and my eyes are all on that 45, and I'm seated. And if I do turn to the side, you can see, if I make my 45 the lens of the camera, you can see. And you can see how all the energy is being directed, boom, in one direction. So, just pushing an object right off of its, sweeping an object right off of its balance. So, sink. My toe that I'm sinking onto, my foot, is also going to be facing 45. So, heart forward, and now I'm facing 45, foot 45, hand reaching across 45. And I exhale, push on the 45, and kick on the 45. Keep my look toward it. But my waist, my heart is turning back to center. So my heart is facing camera, but my head, eyes, and toes are all facing 45. And let me expand to see on you. Beautiful. Beautiful. And it doesn't really matter how high you go. It matters more about you having the angle and feeling strong. So there's a lot of different levels of strength that are being engaged here. So right now I have my foot low, but I'm just touching the ground. That's totally fine. But if you want to lift up, that's great too. Yep, shift the weight. Gentle grab across. Yep. And then gentle grab across and kick. So if you're going to this direction, I'm going to shift. When I shift my weight, before I shift my weight, I'm going to make sure my foot is facing 45 degrees. So my heart's to camera, which is forward. I'm going to shift my weight onto the other foot, my left foot, which is 45 degrees, which could be your right. And reach across, gentle grab, inhale, kick up. And after 6, just lower it down. Beautiful. One more time each side. Gentle grab. Making sure that that foot that you're shifting your weight onto is facing 45 degrees. My fingers reach 45. Exhale, pull across. Thumb, palm pushes 45. Toe kicks up 45. And then exhale, drop down. Really control it coming down. And put the foot where you want it to go. We'll go one more time on the other side. Shift the weight to the heel. Ball the foot. And then once you feel the weight on the big toe, you inhale, pull across, and kick. Beautiful. Yeah, just 6 breaths. And you should always feel free to just touch your toe down to the ground and then just lift it up slightly. Even if it's a centimeter above the ground, it's totally fine. Because what you want to get used to is the posture, the twist of the waist. And then you can start engaging the leg and lifting up higher, higher, higher until you feel super comfortable. Now let's try one more. You said you had 30 minutes, so let's try one more exercise. And this one, you can really think about this as those, when you're driving by like a car dealership and they have those floaty balloons that are, oftentimes Grandmaster William C.C. Chen references those big floaty kind of balloons for reverse breathing Tai Chi, that the shapes are created and they disintegrate very quickly. So here you're going to shift your weight, heel, ball of the foot, big toe. When you feel the weight shift into the big toe of the rooting leg, you're going to inhale up and inhaling through the toes and fingers. So let me just expand. This one is going to be less structured, seemingly less overtly structured. It is here. You're inhaling through the index, middle finger, thumb, these 3 of the rising hand, and these 3 of the lower hand. Notice that the lower hand tricep is inflated. Slight inflation as if the tricep is a balloon, and that the breath is coming in through the big toe into the belly. Here. Big smile. And then exhale, let that shape fall to the heel, ball of the foot, big toe, shift the weight, inhale. Remember, with reverse breathing Tai Chi, the concept is going to sleep and waking up. The thigh is parallel again. And you'll notice that this is somewhat of a shield protecting you, the leg and the arm. And then exhale, shift. The other side, heel. So I shift my weight. Heel, ball of the foot, big toe. And as that's happening, I'm softening the groin, going to sleep into this root, inhaling up. Inflating the fingers, color the breath pulling in through the fingers, inflating the tricep. Down, heel, ball of the foot, big toe, going to sleep, 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 sleep. Inhaling up. And we're going to expand your screen so I can see more. Beautiful. Beautiful. And you can think even less about palm and more about finger rising. So less palm, more finger rising. If you activated the sense of the lift all the way, and I say lift similar to the yoga lift, the finger would go all the way up if you let it go all the way up. But we're just allowing it to go this high. And we'll shift the weight. Heel, ball, foot, big toe. And it's super important that we're creating a shape and that where the fingers and toes end, meaning that where they stop in the air, in space, is reinforced by our willpower. So we're connecting the shapes. All the toes should feel connected and energized. So nothing should feel like it's dead weight or inactive or just dangling. It's all activated as if it's reaching. The toes are all reaching. The fingers are all reaching. And one more time on the other side. Exhaling, dropping down. Beautiful. All right, so let's start to stretch it up. Inhaling up, up, up. Fingers behind you. Chest up, hips forward, weight on the toes. Exhale, butt back, fingers forward. How does this feel for the back? Okay. Soften the knees. Inhale, breath lifts the wrists. Wrists lift the hips. So we're still maintaining the suspension bridge function of the back. Fingers to the back wall. Chest to the ceiling, hips forward, weight on the toes. Exhale, butt back, fingers forward. Soften the knees. Inhale, breath lifts the wrists. Fingers back. Chest up. Hips forward. Weight on the toes. Exhale, butt back, fingers forward. Soften the knees. Inhaling up. Exhale, washing out. Gather color, 1 foot forward. 1 foot forward. Exhale, wash the color down the leg. Inhaling up. Switch legs. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Switch legs 45 degrees. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Switch legs 45. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Switch legs 90 degrees. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Switch legs 90 degrees. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, one leg behind the other. And exhale, washing down. Soften the head. Inhale, coming up. Lift the wrists so that the pelvis rotates on the femur here. And then switch legs behind. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Feet shoulder width apart and parallel. Exhaling down, shift the weight. And gently hold one leg. Same hand, foot. Inhaling up. Inhale deep. Exhale, the knee fall. The hip opens and the toe goes up. Inhale deep. Exhale, knee falls. Toe goes up. Gently pull back. Inhale up. Finger softens. Go back and switch legs. Exhaling down. Same shifting that we were doing for the stance. Inhaling up. Inhale up. Knee falls down. Toe goes up. Inhale to the belly. Exhale, the knee falls straight to the ground. The hip opens and the toe goes up. Exhale, knee falls. Inhale, toe goes up. Exhale, knee falls. Inhale, toe goes up. Exhale down. Keep the same hand out and put the opposite foot in the hand. So my right hand, left foot. And we're going to suck the belly button in. Come back a little bit. Suck the belly button in. Lift the collarbone. Exhale, drop the knee down. Inhale, lift the knee and the toe, and the knee's going to come out to the side of it. Inhale deep. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, lift it up more. The shoulder should be opening a bit as well because of holding the palm, thumb facing outward rather than inward. And drop down. Opposite hand. You said that was good? And opposite hand, foot, make sure that the palm is facing out so the thumb goes outward away from the hips and opens up the shoulder. So get the lift, suck in the belly button, collarbone up, shift the weight with the lift. And then it'll make it easier to balance for this exercise. Reestablish, lift belly button, collarbone, exhale, knee falls down. Inhale, lift the knee and the toes up, knee going out. And then exhale, soften in the hip, not necessarily lowering the knee, but softening the hip. And then inhale, lift more. Feel the shoulder opening, knee opening. One more time. Inhaling up, thumb out. Exhale, drop down. Big breath. Exhaling down. When inhaling, coming up, making sure the breath lifts the wrist and the wrist lift the hips so that you maintain the suspension bridge function of the back. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, breath lifts the wrist lift the hips, turn to the other side. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, behind the back, exhaling down. And slapping up, release. Up the inside, down the outside. Up the inside, down the outside. Over the shoulders, down the back. Sucking the belly button. And massaging, exhaling, pushing the collar into the belly. Tapping up and down. Collarbone, other side of the collarbone. Chin for the hormones. Switch. 1, 2, 3. And index, middle finger. Round, up, over, down, under for the immune system. Up, over, down, under. Strong pressure. Over, down, under. Go over the face to the side. Release. Open the face to the side. Release. Hold the face to the side. Release. Fingers to the scalp. Front to back. Back to front. Front to back. Back to front. Massage the scalp. Front to back. Back to front. Slapping. Front to back. Back to front. Hollow fist, gentle banging. Front to back. Back to front. Grab the scalp, knead it like dough. Big circles. 1, 2, 3. Release. Make sure you're moving the muscle and the bone underneath. 1. Stretching everything. 2, 3. Release. 1, 2. Release. 1. Release. 1. Release. And then reverse the circle. 1, 2. Release. 2. Release. 1. Release. 4 fingers at the top of the forehead. 1, 2. Reverse. Temples. Reverse it. Under the eyes, taking the nails, putting them in the groove between the eyeball and the bone, and tapping around. Next circle, bigger. Third circle, biggest. Middle finger on the eyebrows. 1, 2, 3. Bridge of the nose. Middle finger to the side of the nose. And outside of the nostrils on top of the incisors. And then for the heart, switch. Top and bottom of the gums. And switch. Top and bottom sides. 1, 2, 3. Underneath. 1, 2. Tongue. And reverse it. Flick the fingers out. Thumbs. 1, 2, 3. Grab 1, 2, 3. Gentle. 3. Exhaling down. 2. Calming, exhaling down. 1. Calming, exhaling down. Inhale, white line to the belly. Spread it to the whole body. Again, big bubble on the body, arm around the body, white light. One more. Spread the light as far as you can. Have gratitude for the body, space, good people in your life. I love you, man.
Love you too. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, man. So I'll see you tomorrow.
I got balance, man.
Yeah, man.
So cool.
I love you, man. Thanks for all the good talk, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a great day.
All right.
Cheers.
Got you, man.
Record.
What's going on, guys? It's finishing up a class, and I'm going to do a little more detail on the self-massage right now. So, the self-massage, when you finish Tai Chi, you always want to give yourself a nice massage. So we're going to take this thumb, put it in the center of the palm, press and hold, and drill. 1, 2, 3, and then tap around. 1, second circle bigger, 2, third circle bigger, 3. So the hands, tongue, feet, ears, they're all maps of the body, and when you massage different pressure points on them, you're helping the circulation to the corresponding organs. So top and bottom of the thumb, it's acupressure massage. And when you do this, it's not just tapping or squeezing. You're actually squeezing, you're holding until the finger, watch this, slides. See how it's sliding? I'm not pulling. I squeeze and my finger naturally, I'm doing it fast so you can see, my finger naturally goes into a groove. So there's all these grooves on the bone, and you want to squeeze until the finger falls into these natural grooves with the pressure points, even down to the tip of the nail. And then you do the same thing on the sides. So there's the sides, squeeze. So the squeezing or the massaging fingers are going into the grooves of the receiving finger, all the way down to the tip of the finger. And then we go to the next one. So if you see me do this fast ever, it means that I've just been doing it for a while, and so it the more aware you get of your own pressure points, obviously the more you can pick up the speed. But we're doing this together, and we want to make sure that you get everyone's body has its own unique grooves, so you really want to make sure that you get into those grooves here. And again, I recommend doing this every day, honestly. Really wonderful for the health, and especially wonderful when you do it at the end of your Tai Chi training. Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, all great. We're going to press and hold right here between the thumb and the index finger and get this little pressure point. Now, if you only feel skin here, then go a little deeper. If you only feel skin here, go a little deeper until you find the meat inside. And there's a little pressure point right around here, and you're going to take your thumb and index finger, you're going to press, and you're going to hold. And it should feel sensitive. You know, it should hurt a little bit, essentially. It should not hurt a lot. If it hurts a lot, or you don't feel anything at all, too much, too little, same challenge. So we want to have some semblance of intense sensation here. And you just hold first for about 5 seconds, and then we're going to massage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to take our thumb from the massaging hand. We're going to place our thumb right on that same point. We're going to drive the thumb up this natural road up our arm. So right around here, pressure point. So we're going to drive up. My Tai Chi master, family's Tai Chi master, taught me this in high school, so I've been doing it since high school. It's super helpful. Driving up, and so if you have clothes, notice that my clothes are getting stuck a little bit. I could roll this up, but I don't really want to. So I'm just going to keep the road, that sense, and when I say the road, you'll find the groove. The groove started here. I'm driving up. It feels like I'm on a little bit of a rocky road. I find it get right in the center of my forearm going up, and still driving the groove up to a pressure point right around here, near the top of the forearm, and I massage once I hit that pressure point, massaging with the thumb. And then I take my thumb and my index and middle finger, I put the thumb in the pocket of the elbow. And I go around to the outside, right on the, just on the, see the muscle on the forearm. I go right around that muscle, and I use it as leverage to massage into this point. So I pull here, and I push here, push, pull, and massage into this pressure point right here. I keep my thumb there, and then drive down the road on the inside of the arm. Drive, drive, drive. Right to just above the pulse, and you'll find a little pressure point for yourself there too. Everyone's a little bit different. Mine's right here, and eventually you can start to see them on people when you train enough, and it's always a little color shift in this area for that pressure point you massage. And then you take your palm, and on the actual pulse, just bringing some heat there, rubbing. And then we do the same thing on the other hand. We take the palm, take the thumb, and we drill. First we put the palm in and we press hard. We're pressing hard, like an arrow going right into the center of the palm. 3 to 5 seconds, and then start drilling. So a singular circle, all the way down to the nail, and then sides. All the way down to the tip of the finger, pinky finger, same thing. Sides. And then, of course, opening the index and thumb, we're going to take the other index and thumb, and we're going to press and hold. So I recommend putting the thumb, but if you need to, I have wrist issues, so I can't always turn my wrists. That's from birth. So, but if you can put your thumb here, that's great, and squeeze. But otherwise, if you need to put your index finger here and the thumb underneath, that's totally fine. But remember, it's not just the skin. You want to, if I go deeper, I still only have skin, but I have more skin. But then you start to get to the muscle, the meat, and the pressure point. And you'll find it. And you want to find where it's sensitive. You press and hold on that area, and you hold it for about 5 seconds. And then you're going to massage. And this is really helpful for headaches, really helpful with the stomach as well. Massage about 5 times, and then take the thumb. And now we're going to drive the thumb up the natural grooves all the way to this pressure point. But the entire drive up is a massage. All these wonderful pressure points, smaller ones that you're getting to this larger one here. So we're going to take the thumb, drive up. Drive up, and massage. Once you find the pressure point, and really check around. It might be somewhere up here, near the top of your forearm. It might be a little bit different for every person because every person's musculature is unique. So find your pressure point, massage. Yeah, the radial nerve. Take the thumb, put it on the pocket of the elbow on the inside. Index and middle finger sliding to the outside of the forearm and using the muscle here as a leverage point. And we're going to pull and press the thumb in and massage into the pressure point right here. And again, you'll find the more sensitive area. It's not just that you're pressing into the joint. You'll find the pressure point. It'll feel sensitive, and it's supposed to. And massage, massage, massage. And then drive, keep the thumb there. Notice that I turn the thumb, and I drive the thumb down, 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 all the way down toward the natural road, down toward my pulse, but not all the way to my pulse here. So I'm going to go right here, just above it, and find my pressure point that's just above the pulse. Again, for everybody, it's a little bit different. And you'll feel the sensitivity. If you don't feel it, search for it, and then you'll find, oh, okay, there it is, and then massage. And then once you finish that, open the palm, put your hand on the pulse itself, inhale into the belly, see the color gather, the breath as a color, exhale, push the breath as a color down the arm to the palm and fingertip, and massage at the same time. Really generating some heat on the pulse. Hands together, rub the hands together. And then flicking the fingers out, thumbs out. So we're flicking the thumbs. And then 1, 2, 3, flicking the fingers out, and then grabbing 1, 2, 3. It's really, really important to do this wonderful exercise as well. As a matter of fact, I want to take another, we'll take another like 6 minutes or so just to be a little bit more exacting on the face as well. So we did these exercises, the pressure points on the face, but we didn't do certain ones that I really like to do. So we're going to close the eyes, and we're going to put the middle finger on the eyeball itself. Obviously the eyelid's covering the eyeball. And we're going to give gentle pressure and massaging around. Gentle pressure and massaging on the center of the eyeball. About 10 times. Very gentle. And then reverse the circle. And then rub the hands together. Notice I'm keeping my eyes closed. And I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to place my palms over my eyes. And I'm going to inhale into the belly. I'm pushing my shoulder blades forward. Notice that as well. This is called opening the valve. Some people call it closing the valve. But essentially, you're increasing circulation to the palms and fingertips, elbow, etc. when you do this. Inhale into the belly. And you're pushing color, the breath as a color, through the belly, up through the shoulder blades, down the arms, to the palm and fingertips, into the eye. The concept here, why are we doing this? The concept is that anytime you put your attention anywhere in your body, the blood circulation increases, wherever you put your attention. So when you give your breath a color, you essentially give your attention a vehicle, and you can drive your attention anywhere you want. You can get more data in the particular area that you are driving your attention to when you do this type of breath work and visualization. So what we're doing is we're increasing the heat in our palms and sending this energy into the eyes, and simultaneously we're going to also allow our eyes to receive it, which is actually different. So let's focus on one thing at a time. Inhaling to the belly, exhale, push the color visualization through the palms into the eyes. Inhale deep, pushing the shoulder blades in, exhale, washing the color into the eyes. Now, once you have that, have the sensation of receiving it. And if you've trained with me before, you know that the difference between like pushing and pulling is similar to the difference between giving and receiving. And I can give so many more examples. But essentially, you want to have the experience of receiving the heat in the eyes while simultaneously pushing the heat out of the palms, the energy out of the palms. So, inhale to the belly, push out of the palms, and then allow yourself time to receive it. Inhale to the belly, push the heat out of the palm, and receive it. And if you want, you can even connect the circuits that you make in your mind, the concepts that you chain together in your mind, whether it's martial arts or competition, athletic competition strategy, etc. They all are meaningful. And so you create the pattern. It's really up to you. So one thing you can do here, if you're having trouble giving and receiving at the same time, is you can just allow the breath to activate one or the other. So we can have the circuit be inhale into the belly, see the color gather, exhale, push the color through the palms into the eyes. And then as you inhale through the eyes into the belly, like a circuit, like that. Inhaling from the eyes, so the eyes are receiving that color, pulling it in. Soften the eyeball as you do that. Feel the belly, the base diaphragm expand. And then push the color back to the palm into the eyes. Receive. Exhale. And it's really, really wonderful. Again, one more time. Middle finger on the eyeball. Gentle rub 10 times. And then reverse. Good stuff. And then under here, gentle chatter of the teeth. What we're going to do is we're going to generate some saliva, and we're going to swallow the saliva because it's really great for the kidneys. So we're just going to sit for a moment. Gentle. And swallow saliva 3 times. we're going to finish up with some yogic exercises that a family taught to me that they were telling me, Indian family, about how every family in India has their own variations of yoga. I remember that was such a beautiful thing to say. And even though I met many families that don't necessarily do yoga, Indian families, I grew up around Indian and Chinese people. But what I'm getting at here is that this exercise is awesome. You're going to take these fingers of yours and cover your eyeballs, and you're also going to cover your ears with your thumbs, but obviously you want to hear me first. So we're going to inhale into the belly, and when we exhale, we're going to say Om, but not saying Om with our mouths. We're going to make the sound. We're going to hum like that, and we're going to allow our teeth to almost touch so that you can feel the vibration. Just now we were chattering the teeth. Now you want to feel the teeth vibrate on each other. And that vibration, we want to generate it enough to vibrate the brain itself. So we're going to take 4 fingers, cover the eyes, so we're covering light. Take the thumbs, plug the ears, so it's obviously going to be hard to hear me once you do that. But plug the ears, cover the eyes, inhale into the belly. And then hum the sound, Om, with the mouth closed so the teeth vibrate, or do this 5 times. And allow yourself to have the sensitivity to feel it vibrating in the brain. Go for it. 1. Just take a moment in silence. That's pretty much our training.